Well, hello there. Today I review on a real steel knife. As those of you who follow me know, I do love my real steel knives, and I thought this one deserved a review as well. This is the real steel E571. As usual, I got my cup of coffee, and cheers. And let's get on with the knife. I just wanted to show you, before we start with the knife, the packaging that it came in. Real Steel makes some nice packaging. I don't know if it turns up on the video, but this is actually a silvery box. Quite nice. And inside the usual paperwork. Now, the knife. It is all over stonewash knife. As you can see, the scales are stainless steel in this case, or the frame, and the overall look of this one is I think very beautiful. It is it has a good silhouette and it has a nice overall finish. But this is the presentation side. The other side is a bit more busy. We'll get back to all the stuff on this side. As usual, I will start with the blade. As you can see, sort of a classic real steel drop point. I think the mid-Galadon and some other knives have blade shapes similar to this one. It is a flat grind all the way, not very thick, so it is. And I can confirm that it is a terribly good slicer. The steel is 14C28N on the blade, and it came very sharp out of the box. That's what it does on the top. A bit of jimping for your thumb. And as you can see, very clean shape on the scales, not much standing out there. If you look at the bottom, it has a frame lock and with a bit of jimping for that as well, but not anything sharp on that frame lock. Now let's go to the back side. They have a lock on this one. It also acts as an over travel stop for the frame lock, and a reasonably deep carry pocket clip. But as you can see, the whole back side of this one is very busy. On the blade it says it's a Lianggang design, and he has made quite a few nice designs. The fit and finish is quite good, no sharp edges, everything is nicely rounded off, and as I said before, even on the frame lock, the flipper is a bit, if you can see it, is a bit pointy, but that is in when you use it with the detent, which is quite hard in this one. And I want to say something about the detent, because I didn't really pay that much attention to detent in some of my other videos, but I'll do that in the future. As a result of an accident I had the other day, sorry, with another knife with a bit weaker detent, and what happened was that it opened in my pocket, and being tip up, it was like this, and I put my thumb right down into it and gave myself quite a deep cut. I know cuts are perhaps sort of a hazard when you collect knives, but this was bad. So I think that in the future I'll be putting a bit more into telling you about the detent, because yeah, that surprised me a bit. I didn't think about it until then. And on this one, the detent is quite hard actually, which in my book will be a nice thing. The action on this one, very smooth right out of the box. I'll just show you, and the detent of course makes the knife flip very well, and it's on ball bearings, so very nice action as well. Just give you a glimpse of it, the lock. Yeah, well, some people like it, some people don't. I don't care much. I think I'll use it when it's necessary, but most of the time it isn't. So it's there. It's not in the way. Ergonomically, well, the pocket clip is a bit in your hand, but other than that, it lies quite nicely in hand. You can see that it fits my hand, which is around size 9, perfectly. The knife is a bit small for my taste, but then again, you don't frighten people out in the public, so not a bad thing. And as you can hear, it has a nice sound to it. Of course, because of the metal scales or the frame. It doesn't fall shut by itself, but it is reasonably smooth. We were talking about ergonomics. We'll just try the reverse grip, which is very nice in hand, and of course the pocket clip is not in the way. Sorry again. This is perhaps not the most practical grip, but well, it actually just sits in your hand almost. You can even hold it without clenching your fist, and it's still there. Reverse grip on this one, actually very nice, which is not always the case. And as I always say, don't cut against yourself, but if you have to, you can do it. And the jimping on top here is just right. It's not too sharp, not too soft. And as I said, if you prepare food and something, it's also very nice for that. I'll just put some data into this video, which you can pause and read. The only thing I can say that I don't like that much is when you release the frame lock, the flipper ends up on your thumb very early, so you almost open it again. The flipper tends to get, your thumb tends to get in the way of the flipper very easily. Other than that, definitely a knife I can recommend. As some would say, the metal grip handle of course makes it a bit of a cold thing to hold in your hand on a wintry day, but well, perhaps you'll be wearing gloves, but it's something to be aware of. Just give it a quick turn so you can see it. And with this, I hope you have a wonderful day, evening, whatever it is in your country. Bye bye.